Hello, and welcome to another episode of Amazon Ads News and Updates. Are you ready to be in the know? I'm Sai, a partner marketing manager here at Amazon Ads. Today, we're exploring something that's transforming the way advertisers create compelling campaigns. We're seeing a rapid evolution in the creative industry, where the demand for fresh, engaging content seems to grow every day. To help us navigate these changes, we're excited to have Jake from Canva joining us today. Welcome, Jake. And will you kick us off with a short introduction?
Hey, Sai. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. I'm Jake. I am a solutions engineer in the ecosystems team at Canva, where we work on all types of apps and integrations with different customers and different partners like Amazon Ads. And yeah, you're right about the changes in the industry. The volume and the variety of content that's needed to make a successful marketing campaign is completely unprecedented, and it's changing rapidly.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not just about volume, is it? We're seeing advertisers needing to create content across more formats, more platforms, and refresh it more frequently than ever before.
Yeah, totally right. The days of the quarterly creative refreshes are totally behind us. Advertisers need to constantly iterate and optimize their marketing assets if they want to stay competitive, especially during key shopping moments when shoppers move fast and the sales move faster. You got to keep up.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where I see the partnership between Amazon Ads and Canva becoming very valuable. So before we dive into these solutions, can you tell us a bit about Canva's evolution and how you're addressing these industry changes?
Yeah, definitely. So for the last decade or so, Canva's mission has been to make design available for everyone. And the next chapter is focusing a bit more on the professional creators and professional marketers who can now level up with Canva Pro, Canva Teams, Canva Enterprise. And while we still absolutely have the mission of empowering every person to design, we also now want to empower every business to design. So it was a big emphasis at Canva Create, our annual conference over the past 2 years, unleashing new features that help businesses and help these kind of professional use cases within Canva. And just as we see the demands in business evolve, we've really committed to trying to help scale the creative production that is required within teams like this.
Yeah, and I think video content creation is definitely particularly relevant for our partners. Many of our partners today, they don't have video assets ready for advertising. So how is Canva helping to address this?
Yeah, good call out. Video is definitely one of the main challenges we're focused on amongst all the design types you can create in Canva. But the way we approach it is that you shouldn't really need extensive training or super specialized skills to be able to create really high quality video content. So in Canva, there's a few different ways you can create video, but today we can check out a few of them and see specifically for Amazon marketers how they could be super helpful.
Great. And what I understand right now is that these tools kind of work together as part of an integrated workflow.
Yeah, definitely. They're useful on their own if you need to do something one-off or a quick little edit. But yeah, they can be freestanding in a sense, but they're really built to work together seamlessly. So from choosing a template to start with to the final publication of the video, the idea is to give advertisers that ability to stay consistent and stay fluid from start to finish.
Awesome. All right, I'll kick this off with starting with the Amazon ad templates, which I'm quite excited about.
Yeah, let's do it. So the Amazon ad templates are pre-designed templates specifically for the formats that Amazon ads accept. As you can see, we have templates for sponsored brands, for online video, and a bunch of other ad formats. And each of these templates is designed with Amazon specifications in mind, which the idea is that this significantly improves the chance of your ads passing moderation. So you can see loads of different types of video templates here.
Nice. Those look awesome. Can you show us how an advertiser might use one of these templates?
Yeah, let's take a look at this sponsored brands video template as an example. So an advertiser can simply click on the template, as you see, and immediately you can start customizing. So They can drag and drop their own imagery, change text, adjust fonts, adjust colors, add animations, and really harness the full power of Canva's creative suite here, designing within the Canva editor. But because you started from a brand template, it's all going to stay within Amazon's ad guidelines.
Yeah, that looks super user-friendly, which I like. So what about advertisers who need to maintain strict brand guidelines across multiple designs?
Yeah, it's a good question. And it comes up as one of the most common requests when we're talking to these partners of ours that have a more enterprise business focus with Canva. And that's where our brand kit comes in. So the brand kit is essentially a central hub for maintaining brand consistency across designs. Something worth noting, the brand kit is a feature that's offered to Canva Pro teams and enterprise users. So it's for the Canva user who wants the kind of extra level of control, extra consistency on the creative content that they're producing. As you can see here within the brand kit, you can upload brand fonts, different color palettes, and your logos and any other brand elements that you have, whether it's imagery or other kind of icons that you use frequently within your designs. And once they're set up, these brand kits can be applied to any design you're working on with just a click or two. So for agencies or businesses that manage multiple brands, you can filter through different brand kits that you've created, up to 100 brand kits, and apply those wherever they're needed.
That's awesome. Can you show us a little bit how this works in practice?
Yeah, of course. I'll open up a design here and we'll see how we can apply the brand kit. Let's see how quickly we can transform something. Here's an example that is with a strategy deck within Canva, but it really would work for any design type. So any design type you'd use for Amazon ad, this would be a pretty similar process. So as you can see, we've taken a generic template and we can filter through our brand kit, apply our brand colors, shuffle through different versions of those colors if we want to rearrange them, apply this brand kit coloring to the whole deck, to every slide, go in and add some of these brand elements that we've stored within our brand kit, as well as access our brand fonts from just the standard Canva font menu here and apply that. And just in those few quick steps, we now have a really on-brand asset.
That's awesome. So I know we spoke before about volume and format, and a lot of our advertisers need to create dozens or even hundreds of variations for different products, different markets, etc. How does Canva kind of handle this sort of scale?
Yeah, it's a good question. And this is something that is kind of a newer feature in Canva. It was a big focus of that conference that I mentioned earlier. So we call it Magic Studio at Scale, which is powered by Canva Sheets. And it's a pretty big game changer within Canva for creating content at bulk. And I'll show you a little sizzle reel from that product release. And just watching this, you can see how Canva Sheets can be used to set up data in bulk within a Canva sheet and then just generate tons of different personalized content based on what you've loaded into the sheet all at once. So you can input things like product names, prices, images, copy into a spreadsheet interface, and using our AI tools, you can generate hundreds of personalized on-brand assets in just a few clicks. You can also then use Magic Insights to learn about how these pieces of content have been performing. And yeah, the options are pretty endless here.
That's awesome. Again, can you walk us through an example?
Yeah, I'll pull up a more specific example. So it's a pretty versatile tool, Magic Studio at Scale. So let's say an advertiser here needs to create a large volume of lifestyle imagery for an e-commerce ad. So we could input our product details and image variations into Canva Sheets and then use Magic Studio to generate a bunch of these designs. So looking at this example, we enter the bulk create menu here. After we've selected the data that we want to feed in, we'll confirm that that's the data we want to generate our designs with. And from that point, we're going to choose the design that we want to create the variations of. Here I'm choosing my Droptober poster. And I'll map each of these data fields that have been marked up on my design and map them to a column from the sheet that I was working on. So here I'm mapping over a subheading, a feature image, and a heading emoji because a Canva design wouldn't be complete without a nice emoji. And once I hit continue, I'll choose how I want to save these, whether it's in multiple pages of one design to a specific folder or as separate designs. And now that I hit create, automatically these designs will be generated and added to a new column within this sheet where they're deep linked, and I can go straight to these designs to publish them out. One more example I'll show is an advertiser. So a lot of times people need to translate ads. So we could put the translated text for essentially each language and use that same Magic Studio bulk create process to create this content in different languages. So quickly, I'll pull up another snippet and show how I would be able to select a column full of what would essentially be captions in English, convert it into Spanish immediately. It creates a new column. And from there, I'd be able to use that same bulk create process to do what I showed before and generate different versions of designs in different languages.
Yeah, that looks super useful for our advertisers for sure.
Yeah, and the possibilities are really endless. It's really all about automating those repetitive aspects of design so that advertisers can focus more on the strategy and the creativity. So by making a bunch of the parts of marketing that used to be tedious into more automated workflows, we give time back so that they can focus on the creative approach and focus on the more fun stuff rather than spending all day making copies of the same design and copy and pasting text into each of them.
Yeah, and so now once these assets are created in Canva, advertisers need an efficient way to get them into their Amazon ads campaigns. And here's where I can show you the Amazon Ads app, which we've developed to streamline this workflow between Canva and Amazon Ads campaigns. The Amazon Ads app connects directly to an advertiser's asset library. This means you can access all your approved brand assets right within Canva. You can pull in existing product images, logos, brand elements, and edit them using Canva's tools, and then publish them directly back to your asset library.
Yeah, that's right. And all of Canva's design features, from background removal to our animation tools, they can all be used on these assets. So this helps advertisers quickly refresh their creative, create new variations, maintain brand consistency, all at a super fast pace.
Yeah, and I think a key feature of our app is real-time policy checking. As advertisers design, the app automatically validates their work against Amazon Ads specifications and policies, which can be a pretty tedious task if you have to do that manually. So this helps catch potential issues super early and reduces revision cycles and getting ads to market much faster.
Yeah, and we've really seen this integration speed things up for our users. So instead of downloading files and manually uploading them, everything happens within the same interface. It just makes it so much smoother.
Yeah, thanks again so much for being here with us. It was really great to see you run through the different features of how Canva and Amazon Ads is collaborating. Maybe you can share this, how advertisers can get started with these tools.
Oh yeah, good thing to call out. So the best place to start is by visiting the landing page for this, which is canva.com/Amazon-ads. And that's where you'll find tutorials, templates, pretty much everything you need to get started using the Amazon Ads app in Canva. And we've also created a special offer for Amazon US advertisers to help them get the most out of these tools.
Yeah, we'll definitely share the link below in the comments as well, the one that Jake shared. So thank you so much again for joining us. And to our viewers, we hope you've seen how Canva's tools can transform your Amazon Ads creative processes. Thank you again, and we'll see you on the next episode of In the Know.